sides. Ready for the cross. UK. So the same one that we were playing Scotland on the cross on that occasion. So effectively, in practice, we're looking for this very interesting encounter. Japan, remember, the Asian Games gold medalists of 2018. India, defending champions of the Euro-Asian Tournament in 2017. This is the lineup for India. Of course, has been very good in goal. But the experience of Sri Lanka in defense along with the attention, while up front it will be a sweet pace and with extreme effect coming handy.
We've seen glimpses of brilliance from Manjeet, from Maninder Singh as well. Rajkumar has been instrumental as well, while India will be leading in attack. There's Karthi Selvam in the starting 11 as well. For Japan, it's Takashi Yoshikawa, who was the man of the match in Japan's previous game against Pakistan, when Japan held on to a 3-2 win against Pakistan that put paid to Pakistan's chances of making it to the Super Fours. And they do have Ken Nagayoshi as one of their seasoned campaigners who could be very handy. Koji Yamazaki has been scoring goals at will, especially through open play. And he's going to be another player that you've got to watch out for. This is the tournament's performance for the two sides so far. Japan unbeaten. Remember, they played 3 in the pool stage. They won 3. They beat Indonesia, they beat India, they beat Pakistan. 17 goals are what they've scored. India have scored 19 goals so far. Remember, 16 of those 19 goals came against Indonesia in that final pool match, which allowed Sardar Singh's team to make it through to the Super Fours, just sneaking ahead of Pakistan thanks to a better goal difference, although both teams were tied on 4 points each in the pool stage. Only the top 2 teams could make it through from each pool, and Japan and India made it through to Super Fours from Pool A. In the commentary box with me is Vikneshwaran. I'm Raman Bhanot. As India take the pushback, they will be attacking from right to left in the opening quarter.
Well, it'll be an exciting evening with Japan taking on India, where in the last match, Japan beat India. Well, in this match, I'm sure the Indian players they have gained in terms of knowledge, experience, maturity, coming through all kinds of different situations, unpredictable moments, achieving the impossible in achieving this.
Sardar Singh, the head coach of the Indian side, was egging the team on in that previous game against Indonesia, where they needed to win by a difference, a margin of 15 goals or more. In India, in the end, scoring 16 goals in that match in a dramatic fashion, making their way through to the Super Fours.
The
penalty corner. Meanwhile, early on in the match, it's Japan who've tasted that first success of at least earning a penalty corner. German Montez de Oca, the on-field umpire, calling for that as the ball lifted dangerously in the striking circle of India, and Japan getting that first penalty corner of the match. It's Yamazaki who's gone to take the push. Koji Yamazaki has been a live wire on the field in open play all through the tournament. One of the more prolific goal scorers, but he's now going to inject for this penalty corner. Keep an eye out for number 20, 32. They go towards him, but that penalty corner goes wide. The attempt from Kirishita goes for a long corner. It's been taken now by Japan. Seren Tanaka takes that push, quickly restarting the game, Japan, but India, they were alert. The defense was awake and the clearance effected. Seren Tanaka, the captain for Japan, pulls that back. It's now gone all the way into the Japanese half. Remember, in recent times, Japan have tasted a fair modicum of success. Oh, this is a great pass forward. Suraj has been beaten on that occasion, but an infringement called before that. The on-field umpire's whistle blew well before that shot was taken towards goal, and it's going to be a free hit for India.
Well, Montez was not happy because of what has been picked up, and there was blocking by the Japanese player. Look at that on that situation. So this Indian defender cannot try and tackle because being blocked by another player. And that's why Montes called for a free hit against Japan.
But early on, Japan just sounding out a warning with that very, very quick through pass straight down the channel. But here come Japan once again. It's Kirishita on the turn. Cutback comes in as well. It's cleared by Neelam Sanjeev for a long corner. They're looking alert, the Japanese side. They're looking aggressive. Maninda attempts to trap the ball. It was a dangerous ball across, so it's going to be a free hit for India.
This is the Japan coach Akira Takahashi, head coach of Japan. The man responsible behind the success of the Japanese men's team.
Free hit for Japan taken very quickly. It's going to be an India free hit there.
Shielding, and Montes not happy with the way that's done. Free hit for India.
Nagai was the culprit in that occasion for Japan, against whom that infringement was called. I think the morale of this Indian side was boosted by that win over Indonesia and the manner in which they came back. Scoring 16 goals in a match isn't easy, and they knew what the target was just before the match began, because that's when they were given a lifeline with Japan beating Pakistan, and you knew that it's going to be a close call from there on. India needed a superlative effort from their goal scorers. Tips in Turkey scoring 5. He's in fact the joint second highest goal scorer at the moment in the tournament. Of course, the leading goal scorer, Razi Rahim of Malaysia, he's now added 9 goals to his kitty, including the one that he scored today against the Koreans. Sheshagoda, pass out to the right, up forward. This could be slight pace from Marishwaran that we could see on the right flank. Marishwaran tries to crack the ball in towards the striking circle, a move that comes to nothing.
A little hasty on his cross. Had he kept it low, he could have probably created something out of it.
He's just 21, so it's a great learning curve for a lot of youngsters in this Indian side, Marishwaran being one of them.
12 of these players made their debut in this tournament.
Virendra Lakra takes that free hit for India. Vishnukant with the pass back. Dips in Turkey. We talked about his exploits in the previous match. Looked very effective on the set pieces and the penalty corners that India got, which he helped convert.
He delivered when it mattered most in the final quarter.
Well played there. This is a good run down the channel by Manjeet. Can he keep the ball in play? Yes, he does. And India score as well. That was a moment of individual brilliance. That run down the left flank was pure class from Manjeet.
What a run by Manjeet. Nobody ever thought he would create something of such. But then, well, the maturity of these players playing in all kinds of situations brought them here. And we can see here Manjeet with the 3D skill, pushing it forward, working out, and then outwitting, and very experienced goalkeeper, very experienced.
Well, this was great.
Takahashi Yoshikawa. He just got outwitted. Nobody knew what he was doing. Only he was in total control of his movement.
Yes, you wanted to see perfect 3D skills. You saw it there. And for those of you wondering what do I mean when I refer to 3D skills, it's not just about moving left or right. It's adding that third dimension of lifting the ball off the turf and being able to control it. You saw a glimpse of that in that goal. The pass, of course, that led to that move down the left came from Pawan Rajbar.
Again, it's Pawan Rajbar. Very industrious player.
He's a young man we've been heaping praise upon. Pawan Rajbar is just 24, but he looks the part. He's got presence whenever he's in the attacking third. And this time it's Maninda. The pass is blocked, but India will get the free. SV Sunil was the intended recipient. Didn't work out that way. Seren Tanaka unable to control the ball, but I think the final touch coming off an Indian player, so it will be that hit in for Japan. The guy with that pass, well intercepted. SV Sunil unable to keep that ball down as it was played towards Maninda, carried against Maninda, so it's going to be a free hit for Japan. Wrong pass there from Haruki. Back galleries. I don't think you'll find a prime seat in the house today with India playing, especially with the way they've made it to the Super Fours. I think it's elicited more interest from the fans who've, I think, been invigorated seeing the fighting spirit of this young Indian side.
They know they do know that they are up for some excitement in this match today.
And remember, this is a very young Indian team taking part in the Hero Asia Cup. The regulars aren't there. We've been saying it time and time again. Another hit in, this time for India from the left flank. There are a lot of youngsters in this side. Talk about the number of debutants. I think the average age, if one were to look at this side, would be in the early 20s. Maninda scoops the ball forward, but not close to Yashdeep Sehwag. Bit of space here for Mariswaran to press forward. Loose ball picked up by Mariswaran. He's done well for India to retain ball possession, but the pass wasn't the ideal one for Rajkumar. A lot of players who've as it should have been on the turn. It's just played wide, that attempt from Ryosi Kato.
Well, Ryosi Kato anticipated to have one player on the far post, but his teammate gave an option on the near post. If you look at it, player 26, Ryoma Uka, and here a set piece of Neelam hitting the legs of SV Sunil.
He caught his teammate there. Well, look at that. Dipson Turkey has just come in straight away. He's on the ball. Played that one back towards Birendra Lakra. Back to Dipson. Plays it up forward. Both teams have got a penalty corner. Haven't managed to convert off that. And a foul with that slightly heavy push on the Japanese defender. It's going to be a free hit taken by Kirishita.
Yashdeep used his right leg to make a block on that ball. Umpire is not happy.
So he's talked about Yashdeep Sehwag and how he comes from a family with pedigree in hockey. His mother, of course, an Arjuna awardee, as well as the Dronacharya recipient. In fact, she's played a fair bit of hockey. He himself took to hockey only at around the age of 15. But cracked into the Indian striking circle. Well blocked there by the Indian defence as India come away with the ball once again. Played down the right. It's Pawan Rajbhar. Well, he's got the physical presence. That's what we have talked about time and time again. He's not afraid to take on the defenders. The hooter sounds to signal the end of the first quarter. And India have drawn first blood in this match. For some of you who might not have seen that game, it was probably what fairy tales are made of. And number two, what a lot of people would not know, and quite understandably, is post the match, post the telecast got over, the Indian team was still on the turf, and there were chants of Bharat Mata Ki Jai that you could hear from this Indian team, just each player egging the other one on, just living that moment, realizing what this young team had achieved from a seemingly impossible position. They had qualified for the Super Fours. Just thinking about that moment makes me choke up a tad.
And now it's a corner for India.
Well, here they come again now. Birendra Lakra. Plays it out to Neelam Sanjeev.
Maninder misses it.
Japan just trying to regain a foothold in this match. I just get a feeling here they'd like to keep ball possession for a bit. They've been, I think, just taken a little off the pace by that goal that India scored against what seemed to be the run of play then.
Japan, they still want to keep their game plan, believing in what they have planned.
Lakra defending well there. It should be a long corner for Japan. The important part is that they've managed to keep Yamazaki quiet. Niwa hasn't been given too much of space to work in. Nakayoshi just seems to be limping a tad, and I hope it's nothing too serious for the Japanese key man when it comes to those set pieces and the drag flicks. Played away to the right, Nagayoshi.
He just wants to keep on playing.
Played again towards his direction. Put out forward, it will go out to the sideline for a hit in off the stick of Neelam Sanjeev. Quickly taken, free hit by Japan, and it's going to be a penalty corner. They did not allow the Indian defense to regroup there.
Do you want
They want a referral here. I don't think the Indians are going for it.
They know still too early and it's a not definite situation. So they will allow that play. Look at how player number 14 of Japan, Reiki Fujishima, worked his way into the Indian defense, confusing the situation and creating a penalty corner.
And Vic, the big key there was the fact that they restarted play very quickly. Took the self pass, didn't allow the Indian defense to regroup.
So you never keep your eyes off that situation.
Here they go. Saved, but on the rebound, Japan score the equalizer.
I think it's Niwa off the rebound. Eyes on the ball this time. Very well saved by the Indian goalkeeper Suraj Karkera, but off an attempt here by Ken, and from that rebound Takuma Niwa made no mistake in pouncing on that equalizer for Japan. This is the moment they waited for. 1-1.
Finally getting a goal off that second penalty corner. Japan drawing level, and it is Takuma Niwa who gets his name on the score sheet. Suraj Karkera had pulled off the save all right, but I think Niwa was the fastest to react. Here comes Maninder. There's a block on him. He quickly takes that free hit, pass into the striking circle, but
hasn't moved 5.
yes,
Says the umpire. One of the indications for 5 is you just need to take 5 steps. Well, I think he did less than that before he made that pass, and the umpire gave it away against India.
down the right this time around, cutting in, and it's going to be another penalty corner. Quick work there from Nagai.
Very quickly shifted Nagai. He's run into the D, and a slight hasty tackle by Manjeet, giving away another penalty corner, because behind him was Birendra Lakra ready to cover that situation.
Yes, and I think that's just a little inexperience for you. There wasn't a need for Manjeet to come in with a challenge like that, with Birendra having already got the angle covered as the next defender behind the line of the ball. But now, another penalty corner for Japan. Ken Nagayoshi lining up on the first castle. They've got Ryoshi Kato on the second, but they go for the first. Saved by the keeper, saved on the rebound as well. As Birendra Lakra finally clears, and India come away with the ball down the centre. SV Sunil, he's got the option of Pawan Rajbar on the left, but he goes down the centre and a weak pass by SV. Well, this was a great option for India, great opportunity on the counter attack to catch Japan outnumbered. Seren Tanaka, the Japanese captain, just slowing things down, pulling it back into his own half. 1 out of 3, 33% conversion rate for Japan as far as penalty corners in this match is concerned. Trying to play it forward, attempted block goes out of play from Mariswaran. It's going to be a hit in for Japan.
Kirishita on the ball. Here we look at the penalty corner saved by Suraj, and actually the second attempt was saved by Manjeet, thus giving a free hit for India. But then here India concedes another penalty corner to Japan.
These errors will turn out to be the bane for the Indian side for sure. Another penalty corner conceded. That's the fourth penalty corner, just the way he was obstructed.
Nagai, and then a clearance by Birendra. If you had seen, that is where the umpire decided, hey, enough, penalty corner.
India forced to defend again with just 5 under the bar, including the keeper on this penalty corner. Now, on the first castle, there was Kato on the first, and on the second, it's Kirishita. It's come off the bar. And finally, it's going to be a free hit for India. A lucky reprieve there, a save, and then the second attempt, I think, hitting the crossbar and coming out.
And execution taken, saved by the goalkeeper, and then the crossbar off the rebound from Ryoshi Kato, and then a quick recovery by the Indians, giving a free hit for India.
Well, it came off the woodwork, and the Indian fans would be saying touch wood. Here they come in on the counter here. Do India. SV Sunil with his back towards the goal. Great pass. Great save by the keeper though. What a wonderful save by Takashi Yoshikawa.
Karthi Selvam had a one-on-one situation with the goalkeeper. All he had to do was make a spin and use the space. But before that, a very clever pass by Sunil. Look at the space, left and right. That is where Karthi could have gone. And if that had been tackled by any of the Japanese players, it could have been a penalty stroke. But then, again, it's a team that has to gain experience.
Well, one back by Maninda as India push forward, but not the best of passes on that occasion by Pawan Rajbar. And it's not often that you get to say that about him, the way he's played in this tournament. Pawan Rajbar has been like a live wire. His work rate has been brilliant. The work ethic has been absolutely spectacular.
Very good sportsmanship.
Here come Japan again. Into the striking circle. There was a good pass there from Haruki, albeit couldn't latch on to that. Did Ikumi Saiki.
A very good slip, actually.
Here come India now. Manjeet, the goal scorer for India in this match. But Kawabe, you've got to keep an eye on him. He was prolific in the previous encounter when Japan beat India. A couple of goals to his name.
The man who scored 2 goals in that match on a 5-2 win versus India.
You also got to remember India had a couple of players off on cards, remember, so that really towards the end had them in trouble. And Japan scored while India were pressing for the equalizer, being down a goal at one stage. They were down 3-2. India were looking for the equalizer. Japan made the most of that counter-attack, scored one and then went on to score another quickly to take the scoreline up to 5-2, handing out to India a loss in the pool stages of this tournament. For Japan, of course, their leading goal scorer is Koji Yamazaki. He's got 5 goals under his belt in this tournament, the number 1, and it's not often that you see an outfield player sporting that number 1 jersey, but you have it there for Koji Yamazaki. Well tackled, and India win the ball back. Neelam Sanjeev plays that pass out on the turn. Rajkumar gets it out of harm's way as India now come away. Pawan Rajbhat down the centre of the pitch makes that pass just a little wide of the man up front.
Was looking for Karthi Selvam, but they have difference of opinion on that situation. But it was a very well worked offense. Look at that slip. Just wrong-footed Karthi Selvam down there.
Wanted it more on the central channel while Rajbhat was looking to play it out a little wider to the left.
But again, he also had an option on his right. If I'm not mistaken, it was SV Sunil.
Yes, and also Rajkumar was making a parallel run alongside. So there were options, but India win the ball back now. Towards Sheshagoda. Oh, missed pass there, but it's come off the foot of the Japanese player, so it should be a free hit for India. There's a couple of rolling substitutions quickly taking place, and that's something that we'd like to umpire. Nazmi Kamaruddin had already blown the whistle. We'll take a look at it again. See what happened here.
Very well worked on the right, and a slip to the base. Karthi playing it across, jab, and then the whistle has been blown, but then Maninder still continues to take the shot where he's been given the green card.
Yes, and remember the whistle blew because the ball had hit the foot of SV Sunil in the striking circle, and therefore there was no point in going in for that shot towards goal by Maninder. But I think in the heat of the moment, just got to control your nerves there.
That is where EQ plays a huge role. A huge role in sports performance, being emotionally stable.
Yes, the emotional quotient, the EQ that Vic is referring to. Into the striking circle here, Japan in with a chance. India come away with the ball, and this is a good run by Uttam Singh. Played away now towards Rajkumar, looking for passing options, pulls it back. There's Marishwaran who picks that ball up. Yashdeep Sewaj with the pass back as India look to retain control in the dying moments of this second quarter. Remember, there's still a player down, so they'd like to hold on to that ball possession for a bit. You can still see Maninder Singh sitting in the suspension bench, on the suspension bench. He's out for 2 minutes, remember.
What these boys now are trying to do is to kill time before Maninder comes in.
Yes, he's just come back on. You can see him run on to the right flank. Ball possession of 46% for the Indians so far in this match. Running in into the striking circle before it gets to SV Sunil. It's been intercepted and cleared by the Japanese defense. Kato comes away with the ball now.
Tackled.
Into the final minute of this first half. Remember, Japan, the Asian Games gold medalists. Don't take them lightly at all. They beat Malaysia in that Asian Games final in Jakarta, right here at this very venue 4 years ago. They beat India in Dhaka in the Asian Champions Trophy in the semi-final just December last year. They beat India here again. We talked about it a couple of days ago. Beat Pakistan as well. So they've got the better of these Asian sides, the more traditional Asian teams in recent times, quite regularly. Hemmed into a corner there, Marishwaran. Still manages to get the pass across to Virendra Lakra, who clears.
They just seem to be happy to walk away at halftime with a...
To take the hit in. The average age of these players on the Japanese side as well. Again, they're in the mid-20s, so to speak. Again, the mix of experience. Seren Tanaka's 29, Hiromasa's 28, Yamamizu 27, but then you've got a couple of youngsters as well, like Ryoma Uka, who's very speedy, very quick. Talk about it in a moment. Here come India on the counter, into the striking circle. SV Sunil was waiting near the second post, but the ball never came to him.
Maninder's back after serving his green card. And Manjit seems to be very dangerous when he comes up front, challenging players.
Yes, absolutely. Remember, Maninder had come back just in the dying moments of that second quarter itself for about a minute. So India were back to full strength then, and they'd like to keep it that way for the remainder of this match. Ball one away from Birendra Lakra, but India get the ball back. Taking their time, no rush here. Wanted to find SV Sunil down that right channel. What he seems to have lost in pace over the years, SV Sunil, he makes up for it with his experience and his positional play. On a lot of occasions you'd find him at the right place at the right time. One time he was known for his express pace down the flanks. Well intercepted. That's great match awareness. But look at SV Sunil. Just as I was talking about, the fact that he's willing to contribute, to come back, to defend as well. Pressed hard by Vishnukant. It's going to be a hit in for Japan. The 3 or 4 of these slightly more seasoned campaigners, the more experienced campaigners in the Indian side, and they're expected to really lead each line. Worked well from central to the left channel and back into the center of the striking circle for Kato. It was great work by Japan, albeit just didn't yield the desired result. That's coming back to the point I was making about a seasoned player in each line. You look at the defensive line, you've got Birendra Lakra there. He's the man, he's the bulwark, he's the player that the Indian youngsters are going to look up to. He's going to lead that defensive line. He's the ball carrier for India at the moment. Up front, you've got SV Sunil. He's the player who's probably going to guide the youngsters.
And they were supposed to have Simrandeep. Just that Simrandeep couldn't continue due to an injury.
Yes, he was supposed to be there in the middle as well. So they had these slightly more experienced players, the players who've had more international exposure at the senior level with the senior team. Otherwise, it's predominantly a young side. Here come Japan now. Seren Tanaka with the pass. And a push up front down that right channel. The goal scorer, Niwa. It's gone for a hit in.
And also not to forget, they have Sardar Singh as a coach.
Been there, done that. Former India captain, former Olympian. Man who knows what it takes to perform at the highest level. Still supremely fit.
He looks extremely fit. Very calm and composed, collected. Doesn't show any signs of stress because at task.
Uttam Singh on the turn there. That's great play by Uttam. Can he get the pass across? That's the key. He's got a couple of Japanese defenders around him. Gets into the striking circle. There's a chance here for India. Pawan Rajbhar scores. India take the lead again. And once again, the hard work done by Uttam Singh. But Pawan Rajbhar is at the right place at the right time.
That's a moment of brilliance by Uttam Singh. And he worked around a fallen Japanese player who was on the ground. Didn't take advantage of the situation. But yet, maneuvered around him, used his 3D skill, and then look at him working out quick spin to a falling Masaki, and then worked around and passed the ball to Pawan Raj to slap in the second goal for India. A very well taken strike. Look at the slap again. Cleverly tucked in. Actually, it touched a little bit of the helmet maybe, and then deflected on into the goal, scoring the second goal for India.
Pawan Rajbhar has had a role to play in both the goals today. Remember, it was his pass towards Manjeet where Manjeet showed those brilliant individual skills to score the first goal. And now it's Uttam Singh's brilliance down that left channel. And the cutback as well. And remember, Pawan Rajbhar had scored against Japan in the previous match in the pool stages as well. It was a field goal that he'd scored in that game as well, so he's been consistently on the score sheet for India. India 2-1 up now. But this is going to be the key moment. A lot of times coaches tell you that if you've scored a goal, you've got to try and make sure that you keep ball possession, don't concede quickly within the next couple of minutes. In the euphoria of having scored, you need to just hold back a tad.
This is where lapses can happen. Excitement of scoring the goal and you forget your task, or there might be a feeling of dismay
As their energy levels keep building up every time an Indian attack builds up and the ball moves into the attacking third in the Japanese half. Skillful play there by Vishnukant. Takes on two defenders, makes the pass as well. In fact, he's been brought down, so it's going to be a free hit for India. Played forward towards SV Sunil. That should go for a long corner. It will be a long corner for India. Neelam Sanjeev plays that pass across, and I think SV Sunil will do well to keep the ball in play. Tries to work his way towards the striking circle, but not given an opportunity there by Hiromasa Ochai. Ochai taking his time, but he's hemmed into a corner here. Could be called for shielding if he doesn't get rid of that ball quickly enough.
That's the reason why he's working the ball around, to show that he's not shielding the ball. So then on his first attempt, he tried to find the legs of SV Sunil, but then he was successful on the second instance.
Played forward by Kirishita. It's back towards him now. Japanese defender. As Japan look to move forward, Yusuke Kawamura plays it forward. Japan on the run from the right, and
there was a breakdown of play towards Suba Yamamizu, and a penalty corner is awarded. A hard tackle by Pawan Rajbar. So Japan has an opportunity here with a penalty corner.
Suraj Karkera has been very good under the bar for India in this tournament. We look back at his performances, talked about how he was also the goalkeeper of the tournament in December, the Asian Champions Trophy as well. He's got his task cut out here. They try the backdoor pass. The routine seems to have gone awry here for Japan. Yamazaki with an attempt. India are there to clear.
What was a set piece, but I think there was a mistimed ball and a slight miscommunication between the Japanese player. He was supposed to go to Ken, but the ball wasn't at the spot that Ken wanted. And then Yamazaki had the ball, but then two Indian players came and narrowed him down.
5 penalty corners for Japan in this match. They've only managed to convert one. That's the solitary goal that they got. And remember, that too came off a rebound. Suraj Karkera had pulled off a save on the first attempt, the drag flick. And then on the rebound, we had seen Takuma Niwa score. I was coming back to that point about Suraj, how it's so imperative to have... I think look at Srijesh has done yeoman's service to India. Take another look at this replay here. The ball cracked into the striking circle. They were looking at Maninda as the option for the tap-in.
Back to Tanaka. Still moving the ball around.
I think India have looked a little more reassured in the third quarter now. They've kept ball possession for a little while longer. They've been a little more purposeful in the attack too. As Birendra Lakra plays it out to the left. Good run this by Mariswaran, who plays it forward, but I think lack of coordination there.
It was actually a very clever tap but it's just that there's no takers. Foul, free hit again for Japan, for dangerous situation of the overhead ball.
Fujishima plays it back right down the center of the park as Japan look to circulate the ball from left to right in the hope that there'd be some opening that will open up, pocket of space that will open up on the right channel. In the end, it doesn't. Final minute of the third quarter. India leading 2-1. It's a close match. Again, highlighting how well Japan have come up over the last few years. This is a good run again by Manjit for SV Sunil. Catches the foot of the Japanese defender. It's going to be a free hit. Quickly taken there by the Indians. A little too quickly.
I believe it was Manjit.
I think they wanted to take the Japanese defense by surprise. Virendra Lakra vying for the ball, but it's Japan who come away with it. That's going to be a free hit for India. Quickly taken. And now Maninda fails to trap that quick pass played towards him. Final few seconds left in this third quarter as Japan look to press forward in these dying moments of the 15 minutes of this third quarter. And that's going to be the end of it. Dips in Turkey doing well to make sure Japan do not get an opportunity shy of the post.
And was Yamazaki, and a quick taken free hit.
Yamamizu is the ball carrier now, plays the pass, pulled back down the center of turf to the right. Again, the reason why they're constantly circulating the ball from left to right, right to left, back again, is they just want to try and see if they can create an overload on any one particular flank. But that was a very good intercept by SV Sunil, who plays the pass forward for Sheshagora. In a spot of bother, wins the ball possession back, does Sheshagora. Back towards him. Maninda, I think, showing a whole lot of skill. You look at the stick work of these young Indian players, you know that there's oodles of talent coming through. Cracked in and just wide off the keeper for a long corner.
And Karthi Selvam
absolutely.
seems to be injured.
Yes.
Of that instance, whatever it is, Manjit made a very good attempt, trying to play the ball square. Padded away by a goalkeeper, and we have an injury here in Karthi Selvam.
Wonder if it's the knock to the left knee or something more than that. Because if it's just a knock, then it should be all right. If it's something muscular or involving a tendon, then it could be problems.
And
It's just a heavy landing on the left knee, it seems.
being pressured by the Japanese defender there. Probably there was a small, he fell on his foot. You can see a little injury there.
Let's hope he's able to walk it off. Karthi Selvam, the young 20-year-old who scored a goal versus Pakistan in the first match that India played of the Hero Asia Cup 2022. So referral being asked for.
Yeah, because Karthi Selvam was pushed by the Japanese player. Obviously, they will be demanding a penalty corner. That was a small nudge by Ken Nagayoshi.
Heman, yes. There's no clear reason to change your decision, so long corner.
Taken the long corner. Dips in Turkey. On the turn, plays it out wide to the left. Trying to create space here as it's played forward by Abhishek Lakra, but cannot find Maninder Singh on that occasion. India.
Uka quickly played forward. Uka getting the ball and quickly taking a shot. But then the umpire felt that it is too dangerous in that situation, giving a free hit for India.
Japan have come out strong in this fourth quarter. They're matching India in terms of the number of circle penetrations.
But no serious danger.
Oh, that is going to be a serious blow. The ball's hit Maninder Singh straight on the face, flush on the face, and it's lucky he had the gum shield on.
I think there's a deflection off his stick. On his flat tackle, off his stick into his face. But lucky there's a mouth guard. That's how important one has to wear protection.
Gum shield saving him there for sure.
Protection not only on the shin and hands, but also the mouth.
Hemmed in by a couple of Japanese players, still manages to get the pass off now. Yashdeep Sivach gets it to Rajkumar, but the pass from Rajkumar wasn't ideal. He still won the ball back as Rajkumar. Pawan Rajbhar looking at passing options, finds Yashdeep Sivach. Cracked into the striking circle, well intercepted. Otherwise, Uttam Singh was always lurking in front of the goal mouth.
Abe.
Well, Maninder, he's got an ice pack on his left wrist, if you can see. Of course, he's getting his tooth checked out, all right. But, oh, this could have been close. This could have been close. That final deflection, taking the ball wide over the baseline and not into goal. And Japan get a long corner.
Very, very close. Off the stick of final touch. I think it's Rajkumar. 2 touches in that defense.
The game's getting a lot more physical now for sure. You can see the Japanese team vying hard to get the equalizer.
They know that they need at least a draw.
Yes, but you've got to take nothing away from this young Indian side.
Definitely.
They've been taking a few body blows, these young boys. Haven't shied away from it. Abharan Sudev with a very good intercept. And now,
Remember that they have another game tomorrow.
of course, but Uttam Singh comes away with the ball. He's got a passing option to the right in Neelam Sanjeev, but he goes down the central channel, was looking for SV Sunil. Pass not coming through as Japan come away with the ball now. Kato with the run down the right, carrying the ball far too long, allowing the Indians to intercept that pass. SV Sunil, oh, he's taken a tumble on his own. There's nothing really in that challenge, just the body momentum as he went in to try and keep the ball in play. Well, India have believed that offense is the best form of defense. If you look at that 1-goal lead that they've got, they've not just sat back on it, they've tried to attack.
Well, they do know that if you sit back and try to hold on to that lead, that is where it starts getting dangerous. And that allows Japan to launch their attack further and make them more dangerous, because you're good at what you're doing and you have been consistent and you have been successful. Why change?
That's the right way. Yashdeep Sivach tried to play that pass down the right channel. He's got a hit in for India on the right. A lot of these young players, I talked about it, have played in that Junior World Cup as well. Yashdeep Sivach, one of them, Abhishek Lakra, Manjeet, Vishnukant, Uttam Singh, the man in your picture frames you just saw a couple of seconds ago, another one of those in that list from that Junior World Cup team that India had fielded. Right, so this is heartening to see Karthi Selvam run back onto the turf. Remember, he'd taken a knock on the left knee. So I think this is also a good time to see whether that injury was well contained and he can give 100%. Number 5, you can see him there, trying to chase the ball down, close down the ball carrier. Skillful play there by the number 4, Ochai. But India managed to clear. Not too far. Down the left, here comes Yamazaki. He's earned Japan a free hit.
Quickly taken back to Yamazaki.
He's got 5 goals, remember, his Koji Yamazaki, and now they've got a penalty corner.
That is for that clearance because the umpire has blown the whistle, but then they still continue to play. They should have just left the ball and defend.
Well, with just under 3 minutes left on the clock, India have conceded a penalty corner. They wouldn't want a repeat of what happened against Pakistan, remember.
One with sound, please. Lasmi, I have a decision for you.
Right.
It's a free. It's a stay with your free hit for Japan.
Okay.
The knocking the ball away is on your whistle, so it's
On my
it's,
whistle.
It's not after the whistle,
Got it.
and they keep the referee.
Okay, got it. Japan captain. My whistle and this together. So it's a free hit, okay? It's a free hit.
Well,
Whistle and the foot
Japan.
together.
India keeps the referral. There's a free hit for Japan because there's a foot outside the semicircle, and it was a good call by Yashdeep Siwaj.
Yes, because that challenge came just outside the striking circle. Seren Tanaka ready to take that free hit for Japan just at the edge of the striking circle. It's got to go travel 5 meters. That's why played out towards the dotted line. Now India to clear.
Free hit outside the semicircle once again for Japan. Captain Tanaka takes the free hit. He actually passes. 2:30 on the clock.
Into the striking circle here. India managed to clear. The danger has been averted, at least temporarily. Played away towards the right hand side. Japan looking to make a move. Seren Tanaka with that pass back towards Haruki. Well intercepted.
Well, the interesting part is any Japanese player gets the ball in the 22 zone, there's at least 2 or maybe 3 Indian players behind the ball around him, not allowing anything to chance.
Yes, that was good work by Vishnu Kant, I think it was. Yes, he tried to clear.
Free hit for India.
Here they come now.
1:30 on the clock.
Japan trying hard to get the equalizer. India looking to hold on to that lead that they've got. You can hear the chants growing louder with every passing second from the stands, cheering for India. There's no dearth of support here for them at the stadium in Jakarta. It's come off the body of Maninda. It's going to be a free hit for Japan.
Less than a minute to go.
Cracked into the striking circle. That is going to go for a
A corner.
Yes, a long corner. So they'll have to take it from, yes, the long corner it is, and India quickly throwing numbers back in defense.
Out. Okay.
I have stopped the time, calming
free
things
hit
down.
out.
33
Free hit out.
seconds on the clock.
And they've given the free hit to India now. Pushed forward, Maninda, can he hold on to ball possession? No.
Yes,
Try and
well,
win it back now. Yes, they do. Playing it forward down the right. Rajkumar, he's hemmed into a corner, but all he needs to do is keep ball possession and wind the clock down.
free hit for Japan. Quickly moved away.
Just around 10 seconds to go, and a yellow card's been flashed.
Stop the time because of the breakdown of play. Number 38, Sudev.
Abharan Sudev, yes, he's been sent to the sin bin. But just a few seconds left on the clock now. That's all that India need to wind down. Japan with one last attempt, one last thrust towards the Indian goal. Cracked into the striking circle. Dangerous ball, lifted high. The hooter sounds to signal India's win. They've beaten Japan 2-1. The side that had beat them in the pool stages. India get their revenge.
They deservingly beat Japan 2-1. They played with so much of flair. You can see the Japanese players are so exhausted in this match because of the high tempo and the flow of the game. Trying to trail and chase from behind, but this young Indian team, so composed, calm, collected, and what a transformation it was, judging them from the group match where they drew against Pakistan 1-1 after taking a 1-0 lead.